Why hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Ron Phoenix, and today we are going to continue some more of Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies.
Mr. Justice, please explain yourself.
It's very simple, there isn't much to explain. The defendant, Ms. Athena Sykes, might not be innocent. What are you talking about? The case from 7 years ago has been settled. I'm not talking about the past year, I'm talking about the present case. It's still not clear who killed Clay Tarrant. But Apollo, why would you? Miss Sykes, please listen quietly what I have to say. What in the world does Apollo try to do? Your Honor, please allow me to a little of your court's time.
But this is a trial for the case from 7 years ago.
Miss Blackwell, I'd like to ask a favor of you. Just as you lost someone close to you, I lost someone close to me too. I'm sure you want to know the real truth of what happened as much as I do. Apollo! Sure, you know I'm all for the truth. Now let's hear you expose the princess's guilt. Judge, I give my permission. Continue with the trial.
Very well. Is it alright with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Prosecution has no objections. Let's hear Mr. Justice's testimony. I'll have the police investigation report brought immediately. Not you too, Edgeworth. I really hope because you have something up your sleeve.
Very well. Your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
As you wish. Let's reveal the case for the murder of Mr. Clay Tarrant. It was made clear in the previous trial that Solomon Starbuck was not his killer. Therefore, the true culprit was someone else. On the day, the culprit waited for the astronauts in Boarding Lounge 1, where the two men made their escape at the Space Museum. The killer attacked Mr. Tarrant with the same type of knife that was used 7 years ago. The murderer then escaped into the Space Museum. Next, Director Yuri Cosmos switched the launch pads. After that, the killer exited the Space Museum and exited via Boarding Lounge 2. Therefore, the trial must make clear who Mr. Tarrant's true killer was. In other words, we have discovered who was that escaped through the Space Museum that day.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Wright?
Is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor. I better rearrange my evidence.
Now then, Mr. Justice, your testimony, if you please.
I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Tarrant. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized the launchpad switch to escape. That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Justice, you realize you're charging your own co-worker with murder, aren't you?
Yes, Your Honor, because that is the conclusion my investigation has led me to. But Apollo, why? How could you suspect me too? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. I don't get it. So what did you find out over the past few days to make you think this? What first made you suspicious of Miss Sykes? And it all started with Miss Sykes and I were investigating the crime scene. When she saw the weapon that killed Mr. Tarrant, my bracelet reacted. She said she'd never seen the knife before, but my bracelet told me otherwise. And then every time after that, my bracelet would react when she talked about the case. Or Apollo must have been beside himself during that investigation. I didn't know what to do or think. I couldn't even sleep. In that condition, I knew I wouldn't be any good in court. So I decided to wear eye patch so I wouldn't be able to perceive any of her tales. And that's why Apollo was acting so strangely. But the reason Miss Sykes unconsciously reacted to the knife in the way is because she stabbed her own mother's murderer with the one identical to it 7 years ago.
Objection!
But that knife was also the murder weapon that was used to kill Clay Tarrant. My bracelet could have also reacted to her because she knew she was the killer too. I guess he has a point. But my bracelet wasn't the only reason I became suspicious of her.
Hold it!
That's the lighter that was found in the Space Museum with her fingerprints on it, right? But even if it seems decisive, there must be other facts we don't know about it yet. If that's so, go ahead and prove it then. Look, honestly, I don't want to believe it's true either. But Miss Sykes wasn't the only one who was in the Space Museum at the time of the murder. But Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes has absolutely no motive to kill Mr. Tarrant.
Objection!
7 years ago, Miss Sykes lived in the Cosmos Space Center. It wouldn't be strange if she had some sort of connection to him. Besides, people sometimes kill for motives we can't even imagine. I know you've seen plenty of cases like that in your own career, Mr. Wright. Still can't believe this. How can you actually suspect Athena, Apollo?
Hold it!
Isn't it possible that somebody else used that same escape route? I'm afraid not, Mr. Wright. Why not? Recall that there's a security camera boarding launch 1 aimed at the launch pad door. In the camera that captured Mr. Tarrant and Mr. Starbuck, there's also another security camera boarding launch 2. It recorded Mr. Tarrant's killer, or rather, Miss Sykes, coming out of the Space Museum. The camera boarding launch 2? First I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Athena said she has nothing to the Space Center the night before the incident, and then she was overcome and passed out until afternoon the next day. I was out until just noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. That must have been when the camera captured her, and that's what made Apollo suspect her even more. But wait a minute. In that case, it's most likely recorded the true culprit as well.
Objection!
That's a negative on that one too, Mr. Wright. In the footage taken after the incident, Miss Sykes is the only one who appears. What? Why?
Order! Order in the court!
That can't be. If it is, then it's incredibly incriminating.
Wasn't it you who proved in the previous trial that the way the true culprit escaped was via the Space Museum after the past happened switch? The fact that you previously proved turned on its ear, leaving your client high and dry. I must say, that has been just Phoenix Wright. Ugh.
Hold it!
Believing in your client to the end is the basic principle of good defense. Shouldn't you extend that same principle to your own coworker? You're probably right. Maybe I'm not even fit to be a lawyer. However, I don't care. This case is special to me. Clay was my friend. And that's why I have to know the truth. Apollo suspected his trusted co-worker of killing his friend. To dispel the doubt he investigated on his own, but only led to more doubts. Apollo must have been really struggling with this. Well, Apollo may have doubts, but... I'll say it again. Athena Sykes isn't the murderer. Then I have only one thing to say. Evidence is everything in the courts. Well, Mr. Wright, think you can have a concrete proof to knock down my arguments?
Your argument does seem very clear, Mr. Justice.
And your facts appear to be indisputable. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think of my theory? It looks like not even you can deny it. Miss Sykes was the only one who used the only possible escape route. Under these circumstances, there could be no other suspect but the defendant. Unless you think there was an alternative escape route. Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is this what you think, Phoenix? Was there an alternative escape route? Yes, of course there hasn't been. Just don't ask me what. You're just bluffing again, aren't you? Me? Bluff? No way. He knows me too well. It's fine, Mr. Wright. Even a bluff would suit me just fine. As long as you can clear up this doubt inside me. Wait, so this is what this is all about? I want to believe in Athena. I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can finally really truly trust her. So that you can't really trust me? It seems your junior partner has to show us the trials are truly all about. I believe you're right. We prosecutors painstakingly question every detail in pursuit of the defendant. While we lawyers believe in and defend our clients to the end. When both sides are all up against each other, that's when we discover the truth. Precisely. And when the battle is over, we will understand the true meaning of trust. That is exactly what trial is all about. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. I couldn't ignore the seed of doubt that was growing inside me. So I decided I need to face it head on. No matter what the truth is that's waiting ahead, I won't be afraid. That's so like Apollo. I'm always uber earnest about things like this. Mr. Justice, I vow to dispel every last bit of a doubt in your heart. Good, because I want to believe in Miss Sykes again. You're really hoping there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? Like, for you, this process of elimination here aren't that many possibilities. Director Cosmos was the southern exit, leaving only the control room and the corridor of the Space Museum. Which door could the culprit could escape through? Come on, Mr. Wright. Where do you think the culprit escaped to?
Take that!
They really only could escape to the corridor of the Space Museum. All they had to do was use the unconscious Mr. Starbuck's prince to get through the door.
Objection!
It appears that all you're trying to establish is Miss Sykes' guilt. If the culprit used that route, the only exit would have been into boarding lounge 2. The logical conclusion of your argument is that the killer is none other than the defendant. Ugh. I knew it. That's the only way they could be, huh? The culprit escaped into the corridor that leads to the Space Museum. And I guess it's true. The only exit would have been in boarding lounge 2. But Miss Sykes was the only person captured by the boarding lounge 2 security camera. I investigated the crime scene thoroughly. But the only place the culprit could have escaped to was the Space Museum corridor. There aren't any other secret corridors or anything. But that leaves us with no other conclusion to draw but that Athena Sykes was the culprit. What could the answer be? Was there really no other escape routes? But hold on a second. What if... Where did those mysterious leaves we saw in the corridor come from? What if there's a clue to the culprit's real escape route? I think it is possible that the culprit escaped into the Space Museum, but then came out using the route other than the boarding lounge 2. Oh? Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched after the bombing, meaning Space Museum corridor was moving along the rail at the time, which is exactly when the alternative escape route opened up a culprit. Are you kidding me? Judging by the intense look on your eyes, I take it you're serious. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Do tell. Where did the culprit have gone to the space museum corridor besides boarding lounge 2?
Take that!
We found something odd while investigating the museum corridor this afternoon. Namely, a few dead leaves on the floor. Considering where dead leaves come from, they point us to exactly where the culprit escaped to. Yes, I remember seeing some leaves of myself. Ah! Do you mean... Yup. While the Space Museum was at Notion, just beyond the corridor safety door was an alternative place that the culprit could have used to escape. In other words, the culprit's real escape route was the area outside the Space Center. You're freaking insane!
Objection!
Do you know how impossible it will be? The corridor is level within the 3rd floor. Even if the culprit tried to leap on the outside wall of the Space Center Museum, they would fall to their death.
Objection!
Ordinarily, yes. But after the bombing incident, the culprit could make use of a certain item. And what item was it exactly, Mr. Wright? Alright, this is what the culprit used to leap on the outside wall to the main building.
Take that!
An emergency ladder? There was an emergency ladder on the 4th floor robotics lab, and it was used the day after the explosions to help evacuate people. Miss Blackwell herself used that ladder to escape down the ground level. Recall that the launch pads were switched after the ladder was lowered. The corridor could have passed by the ladder while the pads were being switched, and that's when the culprit literally sprung into action. And leap onto the ladder. What? Who could have imagined? Order in the court. Whoa, an alternative escape route seems to be emerged. Which means someone other than Miss Sykes could have been the culprit, right?
Objection!
Meaning, making things up on the fly as they attempt to sway the court again, are we, Mr. Wright? Your theory has so many holes, it puts Swiss cheese to shame. Alright, then, name one. I have here detailed information about the Space Center. According to this, the distance between the museum corridor and the main building during movement is a full 20 feet. 20 feet? You're pulling my leg, right? In addition, the corridor is 3 floors from the ground, or roughly 50 feet. What's more, the culprit could have leaped into a precarious place, an unstable ladder. Beings feel fear in dangerous situations. It is a basic survival instinct. An ordinary person would certainly hesitate before jumping, or even freeze in fear and not jump at all.
Objection!
But the culprit had just murdered someone. They weren't in the ordinary state of mind.
Objection!
Nevertheless, why would they have taken that kind of risk? They could have waited for the switch to be completed and escaped into boarding lounge 2.
Objection!
Because there was a security camera on boarding lounge 2. The culprit knew they would be recorded if they left the Space Museum that way. In that case, the culprit could have hidden the museum until things settled down, and then blend in with the other people after the museum was open. That's a good point. But you claim that despite all this, the culprit took a 20-foot death-defying leap? In all the brief moment the corridor and the ladders passed by each other? That's also a good point. They would have needed a running start while the corridor was moving to make that jump. If their timing was off, if they couldn't jump far enough, it would have been instant death. What kind of person would attempt something like that? Stop bringing up good points, Edgeworth. This true culprit of yours is nothing but a figment of your imagination. Why do you always have to point out every flaw? Mr. Edgeworth's right. That does sound pretty insane. The culprit would have been someone who feels no fear, like a stuntman. But everyone feels fear on some level, right? Wait a minute. Aha! I got it this time. I can prove that there was someone who could have used this alternate escape route. Oh, can you now? This proves the possibility of a person who could have used the alternate escape route.
Take that!
What's that, Mr. Wright? This is a certain person's very interesting psych profile. The subject doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. In other words, this person doesn't feel happiness, sadness, or fear. Doesn't feel fear?
Right! You can't be serious!
Without the constant of fear, he could easily do what an ordinary person wouldn't dare. Just as you and I could do a broad jump on the ground without a slightest fear. This subject could make a 20-foot leap, 50 feet up in the air. He could choose the extreme way to escape without hesitation.
So you're saying that the person without fear,
An alternative route will be quicker and eliminate the chance that they'll be spotted? That's definitely pretty extreme, Mr. Wright.
but was there such a person there at the scene?
Yes, the Phantom, the mysterious shadowy figure who keeps popping up.
Oh dear.
The Phantom? Again? I knew the Phantom was there behind the scenes in the Space Museum bombing, but I wasn't sure if it was connected to the murder of Clay Terran as well. However, now it is all clear. The Phantom is the one who not only bombed the Space Center, but also killed Mr. Terran.
What? Order in the court. Order, I say. Mr. Wright, please continue.
There was just too many similarities between this case and the one from 7 years ago. But why, you may ask? It can only be because both incidents were work of the same Phantom. So then this Phantom is the one who killed Clay? But who is he? This Phantom has been haunting this case, pulling the strings in the background. Who could this unidentified international spy be?
Right. This escape route must have been a part of the Phantom's plan from the start.
As a trickling director Cosmos was switching their launch pad, a bomb on the second floor was meant to make the elevators and stairs unusable. That's why he gave advance warning and planted the bombs where he did. Yes, I think you're right. But it doesn't explain this one last thing. So I lowered the emergency light. The detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they just use the ladders in the other rooms? The robotic side wasn't the only room with the emergency ladder, but he couldn't have made that leap unless he was certain which one would be. So you mean the Phantom must have been someone who knew that particular ladder was going to be used? That's right.
Who could it be?
Wait a minute. So I lowered my emergency ladder like that detective leading the evacuation told me to. Miss Blackwell lowered the ladder after being told by the detective leading the...
Ah!
You gotta be kidding me!
Did you figure it out right? Do you know who the Phantom is?
Yes, I do. Who is it? Who killed Clay? Our mysterious spy, known as the Phantom, is none other than... After the explosions, a member of the staff crossed paths with a certain detective. I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the fourth floor, he had a very specific objective in mind. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. His objective was to secure his own escape route. We lowered the emergency ladder from the fourth floor window to escape that way. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. This is a detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case. He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says he is without emotion.
Take that!
What? Are you saying... You mean the Phantom is... Detective Bobby Fulbright?
Exactly. We were all taken by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom!
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright! How could this be?
That's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the fourth floor evacuation effort. Our first clue is that he made no attempt to have any other ladder put in use. The ladder in the robotics lab is the only one he ordered to be lowered. The second is that he directed everybody to the basement shelter via this ladder.
Really? It was all part of his plan to create an escape route.
After Detective Fulbright saw to it that the ladder was lowered from the robotics lab, he went down to the lounge where he killed Clay Tarrant and escaped with the Space Museum. The museum started moving slowly, so he waited for the right time, got a running start. And just as the corridor was passing the ladder, he leaped onto it. I don't believe it. That adept detective did all that. Was it really him? I mean, all this time I thought... Sorry, but we didn't catch your name.
My name is Bobby Fulbright, a hard detective who defends our good citizens from evil, a champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase is "In justice we trust."
Then, his concern for Simon was also just one big act?
I swore to him before Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. I can't just sit and watch him give his emotions and tear the defendant apart.
That monster killed Clay? He kept me completely fooled. Come to think of it, he's the one who brought up the bloodstained lighter in court too. That scumbag even made me turn on Athena. Damn it! How the hell did I fall for that? For him to have brought his way into the police department as well. Your Honor, the defense demands to question Detective Bobby Fulbright.
Yes, I agree that we need to hear from him right away. The court will take a short recess and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand.
Oh boy. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. If it wasn't for everything you did, I... Don't thank me yet. I still have an uphill battle to fight. You got it, boss. Apollo! Ugh. Well, this is awkward. Athena, can you do me a favor? Huh? What is it? Could you punch me, please? What? Why would I do that? Because I should have believed in you. I let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really sorry that I didn't trust— Ouch! Don't be such a dope! I was really touched by what you did. Huh? No, what are you talking about? I want to believe it, Athena. I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. Then once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her. I took the time and effort to genuinely think that who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how can I punch a true friend like you, Apollo? You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago. Thanks, Athena. And thank you for waking me up to reality again. Guess I know not who to call if I ever get sleepy in court. It looks like you have some promising young people working under you. Edgeworth. Yeah. I think they're pretty great myself, and they're not afraid to keep me on the line. Anyway, I have some very good news. Our Blackwell has surrendered and the hostage has been set free. Trucy and the others? Oh, thank goodness! Miss Blackwell says she has something she really needed to do. So I grant her special permission to do what she must. I wonder what it is. Miss Blackwell. I didn't come to apologize if that's what you're thinking. My actions are what allowed the truth to what happened 7 years ago to come to light. But I did come here because I have something to say to all of you. It's Aura. She better not be here to complain about something. Miss Blackwell, I want you to apologize. I want to apologize to you. The fact that you couldn't trust the court system is our fault. Yes, it's true the court is filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of the case for me. Oh, Mr. Wright, does that mean you're trusting the system again? No, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. It's just, I wouldn't mind if you were the ones who take that medicine killer down. Leave it to us. We'll get him. So I guess that means she's starting to trust us at least. Aura. Simon! I'm so glad both you and the princess are clear of all suspicion. And it's all thanks to me and my robots. You better be grateful. I never imagined you would go that far. Though you always were extreme. I don't recall ever requesting your help. As close as ever, I see. Well, now that you've been released, I guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer. I just hope you're not a prosecutor for my trial. You probably give me a death penalty. You know me all too well. I guess love can even take on a variety of expressions, including stunts in their case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the 6 just yet. You have my heartful thanks, so the Aura. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish. Simon. I'm so glad, Simon. So very glad to hear you say that. Aura. Alright. That's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center. What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable, but it clears she did it out of love for her brother. I still can't wrap my hand about Detective Fulbright being the Phantom. I can't believe he killed Clay. Right, and murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Chief Prosecutor. Yes? I would ask a favor. Would you allow me to stand in the prosecutor's bench for this trial? I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. That was my plan all along. After all, it's highly inconvenient for a man in my position to stand in court. Sir, the formal paperwork is yet to be filed, but you are hereby unconditionally released. Please take the prosecutor bench in your own official capacity and uncover the truth by your own hands. I'm much obliged. The day to part with these has come to last. Chief Prosecutor, could you? How long have I waited? Maybe it's a sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. And I will relish slashing that black-carded Fulbright to shreds without mercy. I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is. I'm so glad, but I won't cry just yet. After all, we still got a trial to finish. It's okay to cry, Athena. I promise. Prosecutor Blackwell, Mr. Wright, please avenge Clay's death for me. What are you talking about, Apollo? You're coming to the defense bench with me. I am? Well, I can't expect Athena to assist me now. How can I? She's the defendant. That leaves you, Apollo. But, are you sure you want me? I took a leave of absence and everything. Well, our office is pretty short-handed, and you're all I got. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Apollo. Athena, I can say with all my heart now. I believe in your complete innocence. And now we're going to prove it to the world. Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it.
So, you won't be needing that eye patch anymore, right?
Right, because I'm fine now.
Now this is the Apollo I know. Welcome back, Apollo. It's almost time for the trial to restart. Oh, looks like you have things well in hand. Yep. I should head back to the prosecutor's office. But why? I want to look at a few things. Namely, the first people at the scene 7 years ago, the facial data registered by the robot, and Detective Fulbright's background. Sounds great, Edgeworth, thanks. I expect to repay with a victory, Wright, if you'll excuse me. Okay, you two all set to go? You bet I am. Let's do this. This is it. Final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. And a case that ushered in the dark age of the law 7 years ago. Destiny has called us to bring the one responsible for all the justice today.
Let us now reconvene.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time I've ever been in the defense bench together since I debuted. You know what I mean? Although back then you were more loud than you are reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. Still got that ego of his, though.
Prosecutor Blackwell, with the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Oh yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. But bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately.
Even with those handcuffs, Prosecutor Blackwell seemed to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess.
Ha 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 ha! Bobby Fulbright here. I heard I was needed at the stand, so here I am.
Detective Fulbright, do you know why you have been called to give testimony?
Yep, because there's only one reason I'd be called. And that is, it's because it's time for justice. It's justice we trust.
Objection!
You can't fool us with that anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies.
What? Are you questioning the integrity of the sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey.
He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. You must feel awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony.
Alright, fine. If you want me to prove my righteousness, I can certainly do that. Ha 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 ha! I'm very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make a villain of me with your far-fetched arguments. So this bit of escaping only a theory? You don't have proof. What do I have proof is that Athena Sex is the culprit, the lighter with her friends. So you sure the suspicions against you were completely false? The defendant's the real culprit? That's right. Mr. Lawyer, escaping is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I make a big leap into the ladder.
You don't have proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof of your claim either.
I guess you're right. But you can't defy justice with evidence. Who can defy it anyways? Justice? Justice!
Objection!
Don't make me break out a dictionary for you.
Nah, please don't throw a book at me.
Ugh. Tell me the family just set me up for a stupid pun for him. Let's just try not to lose focus, alright?
My justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence!
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court questions and prove it.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. The suspicion against Detective Fulbright are at this point only suspicions. It is my duty. I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I am. Does anyone have any objections?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Now let's go away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Hold it!
My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory.
Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, is not the reasoning, but solid evidence. And it's called a lighter with Miss Sykes' fingerprints on and with her victim's blood.
Yes, that's true, but wait. Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially after that lighter. He's right, but what exactly could I ask about? So how many prints are found exactly?
3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger on the right hand.
Your Honor, that's a very important statement. Can we please have it?
Added to my testimony? You got it. You beat me to it. Ha ha ha! Being investigating and identifying speed is the key!
Objection!
You say the prints are from the right hand, is that correct?
That's right! Clear good prints.
But that just doesn't add up.
Huh? What doesn't add up?
According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand. Oh. So here's a dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter on the right hand instead of the left?
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
Your Honor, this lighter has hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witnesses' claims don't even hold water.
Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. But then why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I got it. What have you got, Detective? The mirror! The witness must have seen the reflection of the culprit in the mirror. Go on. Miss Blackwell was looking through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she?
I believe so. If you mean the little window in the back and to the right of the room.
That's right, and across the room is the opposite wall. Is a large mirror.
I do remember seeing it. Ah! So you're saying...
Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror. Oh, I see. In that case, right or left would be a reverse, would they? Now you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence!
right, Dono. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it. Huh?
That's right. Besides, the letter could have been in the left hand.
And why not?
Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem's only on one side of the lighter.
You're right. There's no emblem on the other side.
Exactly. As blank and smooth as a judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem.
Uh-oh.
What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flicked over with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand with the emblem out invisible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. If they had held it in the right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This is all means so the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in the right hand. No! Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
It appears you're planting a flower that bears no fruit.
See how it withers before my flower of justice?
He's tough. He managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up at this point.
In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this fencing you've been talking about. I mean, I'm not are you sure there's really a spy? I bet they're just figment of your imagination. It's so sad, so very sad, but I'm famous Sice as the culprit.
Hold it!
Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter?
I knew it. You're lying, Detective.
Pardon me?
You mean... Yes, my bracelet reacted to a statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if I use my talent, we might be able to figure it out. Justice Dono, are you to use that cheat of yours again? It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works like right now. Go on then. We have Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up. Here goes then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat that last statement one more time?
What in the world are you up to? Alright, fine. I'll say as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see where it's held on the right hand.
Gotcha!
Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but whenever you say the phrase the Earth emblem, your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster.
Mr. Lawyer? I don't have the foggiest notion of what you're talking about.
Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with that lighter. Let me examine it.
Why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence!
Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind having them look-see, should you?
What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, it must be something important. I won't allow the defense to examine the lighter.
Nah. Good. Then maybe we'll learn something new. I hope so. Now let's check every inch of this thing. There's a moon here in relief. I guess it's designed to go with the Earth. The only suspicion about this lighter is probably that it is area. I don't see anything odd about this though. So this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Huh? Hey, look at this. The emblem actually is some kind of button. Wow, it transformed into something. A handle. A trigger. Is that what I think it is? There's no question, it seems. What you have there is a gun.
What? A gun? So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was at the trial. A bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe a 10-point caliber. This little compacted gun would probably take bullets of that caliber. It looks like it's just a gun that was fired at the scene. Flabbergasted. The lighter was a gun?
But when Detective Fulbright could touch his holster. That's right, whenever he mentions the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transformed into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. Not that kind of thing that any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I say it's strictly a domain of elite spies. Dr. Fulbright, you will explain yourself.
There's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum and I brought it in straight in. I didn't even have time to check it out.
Objection!
Whenever you mention the Earth emblem, you touch your holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun.
Accuse me all you want, but where's your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun?
Not exactly.
And whose prints aren't on it? Miss Sykes' prints. It proves that she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene.
Ah.
It would appear that the defense detective is right.
Are you guys trying to really prove you're crying innocent or what? Although it pains me to do this now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions coming from the prosecution side. The person who fired the gun is Director Cosmo in the lounge after the incident, and the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, the person who murdered Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the Space Center.
All the defendant Athena cites, the prints of the lighter are decisive proof.
No!
Now you see, a man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit. And I think it's about some of Miss Sykes' part of the whole affair. The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt.
Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court. Therefore, Fulbright's claims stand firm. But, calm down, Paulo. He's just saying that because he has to be a prosecutor.
Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals with the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something that's dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with the awful case of bedhead.
Objection!
Says the man who wears sunglasses at night. If it's proof you want, it's proof you'll get. I'll prove this lighter is not at Miss Sykes, but yours. Sounds like you hit on something, Apollo. It's just if the prints on the lighter are the basis of accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. You mean you think this lighter might have been forged evidence?
That's right. It could all be a part of Fulbright's bigger plot.
Did you say anything out of the ordinary while I was off on my own? I can definitely think of a few things.
It is indeed. Have a look at this. What is it? A lighter?
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison of some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Oh yes, I just happen to have a compiled print data for everyone related to the case. I can always make another copy for myself, but it's all yours. Consider it a gift.
But we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along. There's gotta be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? Are they really Athena's fingerprints? They definitely match her print data. But what about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one that provided us with the lighter and the print data. Isn't that correct?
Yes. What about it?
You say Miss Sykes' prints match the print data. But I have to wonder, was the data you used official?
Mr. Wright, are you suggesting the evidence might have been fabricated?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. Using the official sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case.
What? You dare insult an epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics.
Silence!
Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun.
Very well then.
Bailiff,
Oh, it appears that the official data is here. And the results? It's just the defense claims. This proves that the prints of the lighter do not belong to the defendant.
Yes. The fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terran. Those were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter?
Oh, I see. Come to think of it, wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his print on the lighter with his blood, after which you wiped the blood off his hand. By your own admission, you were also the one to compile the phony print data. All is to blame on Miss Sykes. A ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who was behind everything. You were out to create an impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit.
So does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom?
Remember the killer's escape route? No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Detective Fulbright, you were the only one who could have used the escape route.
Fulbright, are you really the Phantom?
Answer me, or so help me I will slash you to tiny slivers where you stand.
Alright, I'll talk. I confess. I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already.
But I'm not the spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself.
An undercover investigator?
Well, that sounds less than wholesome to me.
A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright.
That's right. I was working to track down the Phantom. But sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him.
What?
Objection!
You're telling this now? And if you say it's true, then who was the mystery person Miss Blackwell and Mr. Starbuck saw?
It was the Phantom, I tell you. All I did was helping him by having the emergency ladder lowered for him.
Objection!
I don't believe you. How did you spin the fabricated lighter?
That was also one of the Phantom's demands. Being the detective in charge of the case, it's easy for me to fabricate evidence. Being the crime on Athena 6, which is another one of the Phantom's orders.
Do you expect me to buy that?
Fulbright.
What was the Phantom's ultimate objective?
I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. The Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him.
So, he sent a buzzard of his own to tell me this past year, did he?
I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity.
I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If you believe I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all.
With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to the sniper shot in this courtroom. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was shooting Athena like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now? But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find the flaw in his logic. He's right. If we come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wiggle free now.
There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom.
Are we serious?
You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right? I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom.
What? How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious he's a Phantom.
Silence.
Evidence is everything. Right, don't know. If you must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom.
Ugh.
Yeah. As I recall, the only solid proof we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence.
But
I've known Fulbright here for a year now, and all this time he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie.
Prosecutor Blackwell?
This fool truly thought he was reformed a death row inmate like me. He went to go out of his way in his efforts for me. He actually became quite a nuisance, really.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me?
Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken in by this big phony. However, even if it was against your will, you still acted as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Throw yourself at my mercy and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that?
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is a very beautiful thing.
In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. I can now hand down a not guilty verdict with confidence.
Very good, I'm glad to hear it. It's all over. Everything's been cleared up, and Miss Sykes will go free as well.
Mr. Wright, we can't let the trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. I know, but... what do I do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he going to get away with just like that?
Now, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation awaits. And with that, I'm off.
The defense? No, wait. Not the defense. The defendant feels like it's not the time for a verdict yet, and would like to see this trial continue.
What? But I was about to declare you innocent of all charges.
It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey, Apollo, think you could scoot over? Athena? What are you doing? Hope you don't get held in contempt of court. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you are no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful for Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done to you,
Of course I am. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Athena, where are you going with these questions? I have yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, Moss. The suspicion against him has been cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all. What? Does that mean we may not have any evidence? But the heart doesn't lie. That's it. With your special ability, we might be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective has been dearly traumatized by our accusations.
Yes, well, even for all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow.
If he doesn't get consoling right away, who knows what might happen to him?
Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense of defense is sprouting?
Fulbright, I think you'd better have that counseling.
Not you too.
You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being a Phantom. Such as, you are an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage. I feel you might have finally lost it.
But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Oh, how you amuse me so.
What's going on here? That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon.
I knew you would catch on, Athena.
Huh? Mind filling me in here? Guess we left you out of the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright. Because he knew I'd noticed if there was a lack of emotions like joy or relief in his response. So he gave me a chance to take a listen. And listen I did in the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart.
What? You two were working together just now?
Calm down, Athena. Show us what's inside Fulbright's heart. You got it. Time to check the instant replay. Right? Monai. Let's do this. Yeah, absolutely no emotions whatsoever. Even with all the over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all? It's just as I thought, and right in line with the Phantom Psych profile. Yet the Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. Hey, what's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective?
Me?
I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into my moon pages program. I can't do anything with it like this.
Yeah.
Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you.
Sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking.
More like as a spy. Think, Prosecutor Blackwell. There, now you can't hack me anymore. How dare you try to hide your lack of emotions for us.
Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. Doesn't matter if you will me so deeply with that accusation.
What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelmingly happy reading. Somebody's literally crying a river over there.
Oops, my mistake. How about this?
Yeah. Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden? What's he trying to prove? I guess not. It would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just that this is a Dr. Psych's profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it. He has some emotions, right? Precisely. This leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotions in it at all. I believe it's more likely because he is controlling his emotions.
Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You are correct. It is a result of my daily training. Very important skills for undercover investigators, you know.
More like for us spies, seriously. I wonder why he suddenly shows several strong emotions. Wait a minute, I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective.
Haha! The feeling I'm trying to hide? That's a good one. You're the ones who've been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was trying to show you the range of deep emotions you truly possess.
And you have no objections from me analyzing you, right?
No, analyze away. But I will state it again, I am not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you are about to see what an undercover agent can really do.
I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling.
What?
Yet in the middle of the chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock. You felt a fear that wouldn't fade.
Fear?
Huh. A fear that a man can hardly emotions feel, huh? And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because... Of course. That's it.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us to find its true identity. I don't know, he's very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. And if people believe I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why? I bet even now. There's assassinations lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all.
Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You are afraid that the Moonrock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity is revealed, you would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even a Phantom feel afraid.
Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about.
So, there really is something about the Moonrock that would reveal its identity. Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't do much steal with the Moonrock. But more like he had to take it with him. Because there's something on it that would reveal his true identity.
Hold it!
Where do you think you're going?
Me? I'm not going anywhere.
Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have? And where can I get myself some? Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly in this court right now. Why do you even feel a connection with the Moonrock?
In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything.
I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. Ah! What was that just now? But all human beings have heart and spirit emotions. And someone else, in the case from a psychological perspective, is the best way to find the truth. Ah!
It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts or analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In the era where evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is your proof that I feared the Moonrock anyways?
Well, I admit I don't have any contradictory proof. Like I said, examining a person's heart has its merits.
Oh, really?
Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. All I hear is distrust?
As you can see, the people on my side. Because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine.
But that's not how you use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people.
Oh, he's got Athena doubting herself.
Miss Lake's analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. He has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been the key to getting the truth.
What nonsense! Your Honor, the defense claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the Moonrock. I see. Very well. I will give an opinion on this court. In the trial, I don't feel as the person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is.
But Your Honor...
There, you see? Nobody believes you and your trumped-up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analysis can contribute to making the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest.
So this is me. You will accept my findings in the trial, Your Honor?
Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit to examining why the witness feels fear regarding the Moonrock. That is the court's opinion on this matter.
Then it's a win for me? No, a win for analytical psychology. And now, Mr. Fenton, you will reveal the reason for your fear.
Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine. I'll show you precisely why the actual things cannot be considered evidence. I feel fear when I thought the moon rock was because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? Not at all. And so the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice. And there you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does my two big con artists. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. The Phantom is like a mist. No flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it. Right, don't know. With your deduction reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable Phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust in my murder conviction. I bear part of our responsibility as well, for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the dark age of the law. And it's also our burden to cut away the foul specter we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people. Trust, understanding. Ha! Fragile life deals with the masses that are controlled by emotion. Humans cannot truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies always.
Objection!
Sister Fulbright, I'm sure you know what this is.
Of course, that's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Terran.
That's right. And the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand.
Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall.
She touched the first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again. And this time you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Miss Sykes stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It is my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that the blood was analyzed and true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene.
You mean if we run an analysis now, we will know who the Phantom really is? Yes, I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing.
That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail.
You can?
Of course. Not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. Ah! What this court needs is a bully-free zone. Ah, the infamous sword of the Billy Bluff. Its edge is without compare. Come now, ready it with me and show how finely it cuts.
Your Honor, this is an outrage! Oh, I mean, this is an outrage! Oh!
Go on, Wright, Darno. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, you're right.
But here's something to consider. Why did the Phantom hide the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then.
All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days, all personal effects were examined thoroughly coming and going. Couldn't even smell a withered old leaf through these checkpoints.
Does this mean that the moon rock was still somewhere in the Space Center?
In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible.
And why's that? Space Center was searched from top to bottom, especially the lab, but the moon rock was never found.
Ah, how could I forget about that?
Sad but true fact, we still haven't grasped of how it was done. But the Phantom made a moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. Yet, a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it itself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab?
So, can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
What? Oops, sorry. I mean, what? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene?
Take that!
That's the Hope Council, right? The one that went up in the Hat One rocket?
He could carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope Council that was there at the lab that day.
Yes, and the team have loaded up into this Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have launched up into space along with the rocket. Preposterous! It would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was...
Exactly. Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. It was out there in the depths of space.
Aboard this Hope space probe.
What?
Order in the court.
I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage us to have one anyway. The villain. He used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out of space, therefore destroying the one piece of evidence that can reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. Ugh. The whole space probe sailed off safely in this mission and returned 7 years later, with the capsule in tow.
Ugh.
If we analyzed the bottom of the moon rock, it would make one thing crystal clear: that you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get his moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment must have been to sabotage the Hat too, but at the same time he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could just escape himself, or he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. No, he hung on that capsule for all his worth until his very last breath.
Oh, this is funny. Don't make me laugh. You really do.
Boy, he's out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit to it now?
There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I am not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one's schemes, a trap. No, I'm not too sure what to think.
I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his soul, a trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you could say anything is a trap.
What makes a trap a trap? I've been afraid to take the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigations in order.
Silence!
Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now. I guess it's time to show you just what I am really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell! Hey, you guys aren't really... It looks like I made it just in time. Edgeworth? I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out of the fences to your identity? You might say that. It started by looking at the first people at the scene 7 years ago. All three, and employing 2 officers, are registered in the robots' requisition systems. But none of them look at least a bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But here's more. I have yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body was found a year ago. Has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then does this mean... Yes, that man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? Then this man... Who in the world is he? Enough of your trickery. You will not reveal yourself to us. Then I shall do it for you. Whoa. What the? No! His face! Oh, look what you did to my mask. Mask? What is the meaning of this witness? Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Wait, but that... Hey, Apollo? Yep, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck? But that can't be right. You can't really be the Phantom, can you?
Silence.
Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard Hat 1, which is set to be destroyed. Yeah, this is just another mask. I mean, did I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want.
Objection!
Not so fast. We have a psych profile. And a psych profile right here. If we compile the psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom.
It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase "the end justifies the means."
That voice! Those words!
I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes.
Professor Means! This mask?
I'll take what I want and I'll take what I need necessary evidence. Now, give me that evidence. Huh? Time to take out the trash. Permanently.
How could you?
Now do you see how powerful the end justified the means can be?
Silence.
How pathetic. Can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Oh, but it's not the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Or perhaps is it really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore? What must you see now that look at the mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I wager. Well, aren't you the master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right. I don't know who I am. I mostly win someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looked like. or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, breathes emotions and soul. I left it all behind. I am no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. What is with this guy? Is he still even human? No. Let's resume your lesson, Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. I believe there was a blood on the moon rock under the capsule. Now we know that you aren't even Bobby Bullbright. Your claims to the Phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why did you bring this moon rock in? This is decisive evidence from the Hope Council. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope Council is about to seal your... Fudge! It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there, the courtroom as evidence. It was blown to smithereens. It looks like you are finally caught on. Full marks of the defense for effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in that courtroom explosion. So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. I can't believe it. Have we really reached the dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? As I said all along, I am a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. At least put some weight behind your swing, Wright, Dono. I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace, the moon rock. That was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing. And yet, is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny parts, some little fragments still exist? Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. Strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture? Very well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your proof. What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity?
Take that!
Isn't that the bomb that blew up the courtroom? And a moon rock along with it? Are you saying that this will reveal the Phantom's identity? Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing, specifically right here.
Take that!
Please take a look at this newspaper article. The article about the Hut 1? Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at this photo in the bomb fragments, see how there's a rock-like object with the same colorization? Oh my, yes I see it. It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at the fragment that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing in the blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom. Unbelievable! But that's impossible. Surprised to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have a fragment tested right away. Oh, and you will be having a DNA test too, Fulbright. Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing. Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the test results show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it to appear to be several years old. DNA testing revealed. Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confronted the witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Admit it, you are the Phantom.
Objection!
Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? No, I didn't say a word. That would be my objection, Apollo. Huh? Oh no. Why?
It was a pretty good objection, too. Don't you think? Now he's me?
So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor.
No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright.
Could this trial get any more insane? Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in this photograph and built just like it. How can you be sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was found in the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may be a rock or two in the courtroom that have my blood on it, but how do you know they're not just rocks?
You can't prove that they're the moon rock, right?
Objection!
Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragments of the rock in the newspaper article. Anybody can see they're the same. They have the exact same colorization.
Objection!
But maybe some other rock with the same colorization happened to be in the courtroom. It's highly unlikely that the rock will have a unique appearance just happened to be there. But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
Well, your blood was found on the fragments.
Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on the piece of rock.
And why not?
I know it sounds like an excuse, but
Several years ago, I tripped and fell in this gray courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood got its way to the piece of rubble.
even he must be realizing how ridiculous that sounds. And yet I suppose it's not completely out of the question. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought as the worst of times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear from. Well, why don't we get those fragments analyzed? You can have an expert to verify if they're the same from the moon rock in the robotics lab or not. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. Hey, why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they're from, you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare it with. But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from the moon rock. Oh, no! There's really no way to prove it? Are you finally ready to throw in the towel?
Objection!
So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It's such a valuable rock too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it, right here on our side. A shiny fragment of hope that can turn anything around. A final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that is passed down with great love and care. We do? We do. Even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Try me. Piece of evidence that shows the original moon rock isn't completely lost with this. But it's just about the only thing my mother left me with Widget. This earring. Maybe she did love me, in her own way. Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left you with a very important piece of evidence. She did? You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you, because we have a moon rock of our own. Yeah! Oh! You mean... Exactly. A gift Dr. Seiss left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. A dipstick of Miss Dr. Seiss has been seen near her daughter, a fragment of her love. Will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This is the defense sample of the moon rock.
Take that!
That's your example?
This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from the original moon rock. What?
All this time? It was right here all along?
No.
Ugh, it can't be.
If a comparison of the bond fragments and the earring are found to be the match, then it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since the test results show that the blood on the fragments were yours, this means that the identity you try so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I try to hide? I don't have any identity to hide. And we now have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice. Fear? I don't feel fear. I left all my emotions behind years ago. Every human feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust, and I suppose you do. I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
And you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I could collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? How can I run from myself when there's nothing inside? Nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you do understand, but people have emotions. That's the fact of life, and so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another, so they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are the bleakest. Without trusting others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? The fear inside of me? Is this? No. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I feel fear. You cannot run yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on, with your own true face. My own true face? No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? Sam? I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. My own true face! I don't have one! My face! My face! Donate. What the hell? Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No! This isn't me either. Oh! Is this me? Which one is my face? Where am I? Who am I? Damn. Wow. A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell, how is Detective his imposter doing? He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. He appears to be in no danger of dying. Well, that was fortunate for all of us. The analyst and a final piece of evidence Wright Donald submitted is in. comparison to Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment of the rocket on a match. We can now be certain that this is a fragment of the moon rock in question. The murders and the bombings of the space station are both present. The bombing of courtroom number 4 and all of his other crimes, as numerous as the stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of truths we wish him to tell us about, after all.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to a proper place?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, this court finds the defendant Athena Sykes.
We did it.
Court is adjourned.
Congratulations, Mr. Nate. Thank you, Pearls. And thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She's still strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Trucy, are you alright? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Right. I feel I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth, we never would have caught him if it wasn't for all of you. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the ones who have been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as a prosecutor. Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, and we never did manage to do so to this trial. Well, we never would have won with this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to the successful conclusion. Besides, it was you who saw to it that my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? So you figured it out, didn't you? Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know. It should be much harder after all the evidence forgery scandal. I'll owe you a few favors. Hey Edgeworth, think we can finally bring this dark age of the law to an end? Even the darkest nights turn at dawn eventually. The sun will rise again. Besides, now that Prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, the great deal of mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You know, you could have said it with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It wouldn't kill you. Instead, the furrows of that brow of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it. The complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Athena. I'm forever in your debt. You went all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew if I didn't get your sentencing overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. So glad I made it in time. Just barely. I still made it. Atta girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon. You're trying to throw your life away like that. It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My honor-bound duty to protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai through and through. Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office has been the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. It's here for the Wright Anything Agency. But nobody's going to try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. I'm in his free thanks to Mr. Wright. But there are so many more people out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. Still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are some people out there suffering under false charges who needed defending. We got a lot of work ahead of us, if we ever hope to fully bring the Dark Age of the Law to a close. Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of crispy hot noodles. Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldoom's noodles after a trial, all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how I worked in the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Huh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude for the people with the great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. Huh? 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 I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't we just invite everybody involved with the case? The more the merrier, right? Oh, Mr. Big, look how far you've become. Who knew you grow to be such a generous gentleman? Guys, under these circumstances, there's only one thing I could say. Only if I get to join in. Ain't no fair, I want to say it too. Okay, here we go.
Objection!
Alright. But we are not done with Dual Destinies just yet. We have one more case, which is Turnabout Reclaim, and then after that, we can move on to the next game of the series, which is the Spirit of Justice. If you guys are still here, thank you guys for joining me in this venture. But like I said, we are not done with this game yet, because we still got one more case to go, which is the DLC episode called Turnabout Reclaimed, in which we're going to tackle the next stream. But for now, there's going to be one cutscene left, and then we're going to end it. So until then, well,
fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Mr. Starbuck! You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think!
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
Ah, yeah!
All right!
Through the years, I've seen so much joy as heartache, honestly as disease. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. Yep, and now Turnabout for Tomorrow is officially done. But like I said, we are not done with Dual Destinies just yet. Next stream, we're going to tackle Turnabout Reclaimed. And with that, that is going to be it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye.